Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of City Skylines. My name is CityZilla, and today we are in the city of Crater Lake, where we are going to be working on our small island by our cruise ship terminal. And what we're going to be doing is building out a awesome little casino strip area. And I'm using Atlantic City as a little bit of a suggestion for this, though we're not going to be copying anything for it. I actually went to Atlantic City last year, and I thought it was just such a cool place, especially being from Las Vegas. It's definitely more run down and a little more historical than Vegas is, but it has a ton of character, and there are different sections to it as well. And so what I want to do is create a couple really big resort areas, and then we're going to create a smaller, kind of maybe older casino area kind of on this road right here. I think it's going to be really fun. And so the first thing I did is I actually went around and leveled out our beach a little bit, and then I leveled out the top. And the reason I did this is because I could imagine that maybe some of the older casinos were there first, and then as it expanded out, some of the bigger casinos kind of put in together, and they decided that they wanted to make the beach a little more welcoming, especially for families. A lot of these casinos can cost a ton of money, and so I would like to believe that they would probably try to get as many people to come and stay as long as possible. And one of the ways they're going to do that is by having a lot of accommodations like a beach, pools, things for them to do like resorts, maybe go to a spa. It wouldn't just be about gambling, it'd be about like concerts and shows as well. And so I think this is one of the things that they probably would have done. Who knows? I mean, it probably would have cost like millions, maybe even billions of dollars to do this, but I think it looks good. And so let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, and so what we're going to do first is look through some of the assets that I got. So if we come in here and search up casino, what we can do, so I got a bunch of them. I want to use our vanilla casino asset. We're going to actually put this right in the middle, and let's actually remove that sand from right there. So if we come in here, let's go ahead and remove that, just because we don't really need sand up top. I feel like that would be kind of a little weird, though maybe, I mean, if it's like a sandbar or something, it could be accurate. But now I want to come in here. I got this one, the High Roller Casino, so we're going to go ahead and place that right there. And then I got this Grand Casino. We're going to come over here, place that. And then I got a couple real life casinos as well. I got the Palms Casino, which in real life, there's actually 3 towers. This is a casino that's just a little bit off the strip in Las Vegas, but it actually does have those little lights up top. It looks really cool. We're going to come back through and do little valet roads and come and do parking garages and all that as well. And so another one that I got is the Link. And one of the cool things about the Link is it actually was a casino called the Imperial Palace. And for a long time, there was this idea in like the 90s and the 2000s in Las Vegas to basically demolish and rebuild. And a lot of the casinos that currently are there are from that era where an old casino used to stand, and then they did a big implosion. It's actually kind of cool. You can search up like Las Vegas implosions and see a bunch of really fun ones. But for this one, they decided to just basically take off the facade and then rebuild it. And they did a really great job. This is actually where the Ferris wheel is as well. And so it looks really cool. And so we're going to go ahead and place that right there. And then we're going to come over here. And this building, I actually want to put a little sideways. So I think we're going to grab these and shift them around just a smidge. So we'll grab this and we'll go ahead and put this back there. I'm going to try to be as accurate as possible for this building, but it has been a little while since I've been there, and I feel like this building's definitely missing something. But I do know that the valet is on the side, and then I believe this building is possibly even over here, because I think the towers are a little bit further back. I don't think they're right off the road, so I think it'd be like right there maybe. I feel like that's probably accurate, and then that way we'll do our valet over here and then have the road go around and probably do a parking garage on this side. And so I did get a couple other casinos as well. Let's go ahead and look at them. They're in our unique buildings tab, and I do want to place down a couple other hotels in here too. So one of the ones that I got is this large one, and I believe this is the Sands Casino in Singapore. I could be wrong, but I want to say that that's where I saw a picture of it. It actually is a really cool casino. It has these pools on top, and it just is a very awesome looking building. And so we'll end up doing a really cool like little entranceway in here, and probably another parking garage. And then we'll probably do like a sister casino to this, just because we're going to run out of space a little bit here. And I feel like having a little sister property would be good. So I do want to place this one over here. We're going to place this, and then we're going to grab this, and we're going to turn it. And I want to place it like right there, and we'll do a little entranceway over there too. I think that looks really cool. I like that building a lot. And so now let's look for the next one. I do want to do this Hyatt one. And it's interesting. This one actually does look similar to a casino that is in Las Vegas. It's the old Hilton. It's now called the Westgate. It's a little bit off the strip, but it's actually just like one block off, but it looks very similar to this. It's kind of white. It's very blocky on the top. It says Hilton, and it's definitely a little older, but it still is pretty big. It's a very large casino. And so now let's jump in here. I think we're gonna do this one right here, just because this middle section's kind of missing something. And then let's see what else we got. So I got a casino that's under construction that I think would look really cool. So this one right here. And so we'll probably set this one back a little bit. We'll do some dirt roads, and then I'll probably do a fence around it. And then I think we'll also do a fence around like an open plot, like say it's for sale or something. So I think that's probably good right there. And then we will do that plot of land over here. But then that way we can actually grab this and kind of move it in a little bit. And we'll probably even switch this over just a smidge, go like right there. I feel like that looks pretty good. And then that way what we can do is do an entrance right here. So we'll grab this, go to a 2-unit road, and let's go to one that looks a little nicer. Maybe we'll do this one. Let's actually do a 4-unit, since this would be a pretty big resort, and I feel like a 4-unit road would probably be a little bit better. So we'll grab this, we'll go straight, and then what we'll do is grab a 1-unit road, and we'll have it go right, and we're gonna do a one-way. So we'll have this go this way, have it curve around a little bit, and then curve across the front. So we'll grab this, have it curve all the way down, and then do a little loop around. Go like this. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna look pretty good. So we'll go all the way back now, and then what we're gonna do is basically just have this one go straight into that. And there we go. So this would be like our little valet entrance. I do want to make that into a curve. That looks kind of weird. So if we grab that, go up here, yeah, we'll go like that. Perfect. Nice. And so now we have a little loop around, and then the goal would be to also connect up this road, and then possibly even, so if we actually get rid of this and then do a 2-unit road, and of course I just deleted that road. And so let's come back here and do a 2-unit road and go across, and then that way we can do a little parking garage off of this, which I think would just be fantastic. So we'll grab this and then come up over here, and then let's do our 1-unit road off of this with a nice curve. So I'll have this go this way. Let's go ahead and straighten that out just a smidge. Then that way we can do a parking garage right there. So we'll grab this, go to parking garage. That actually fits perfectly in there too. All right, so now we do need to do a small road around this back side, and I would like to connect it up right there. I just don't know if that's gonna be really easy for us to do. So if we go like right here, just bring that in as close as possible. Can we get a road back there? It's gonna be really tight. Let's, I don't know if this is gonna be the best bet. So if we go like right there, connect that up, you know, it's not bad. It's going to be better than if we go the other way, and that's really what I'm trying to avoid. So if we go like right here and then connect that up, what we can do is just come this way and then go like that. Perfect. I feel like that's okay. We do need to go into the slope mod and or the slope tool. Just kind of clean this up a little bit, make it look a little bit better. So we'll grab that, come back here, go like that. Yeah, you know what, that looks okay. And then what we'll do is we'll come up over here and connect this up. That's actually pretty good. So let's actually go from right there, and we'll come back here. Yeah, that's better. And then that way what we can do is grab, let's actually have our 4-unit extend a little bit. So we'll have this one go straight and connect up right there. And then that way what we can do, hopefully, let's see how bad the slope is. So if we go like that, man, that is a really big slope. That would be really crazy. I don't think that's gonna work. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And then let's try this again. So we're gonna go like that, and then that way we'll just have this road go the opposite direction. Yeah, I think even though it's not as majestic as I was hoping, I feel like this is just gonna be the better approach. So we'll have this go like this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off snapping, have it curve around, and then turn, go up like this, and then connect up. And then that way what we can do is go into the slope tool, grab this again, go like that. Yeah, you know what, that's much better. And it actually provides a little bit of like a grand entrance here. We can do something fun. And so maybe this was like the first casino, and then they had purchased out this plot of land and decided to expand it. I think it's a really fun idea. And then I think we will do just like a plot of land for sale here. So we'll do like a fence around and everything. And so let's come over here and do this one now. So we will get out of the network multi-tool. Let's go ahead and do a road in. Let's have it go like this, and then we will do, let's actually have it go a little bit further, because then we'll do the parking garage right here, and then that way we can come into a 1-unit road again and come up over here. So I want it to come across the front and then we will have it probably curve in, and then that way for this side I would prefer it to be a nice curve. Let's see how that works. So if we go ahead and grab this and connect it up right there, you know, that's actually not bad. So then let's turn this around, and then let's go into the slope tool again and grab these and see how this looks. So that's actually pretty good. That one's actually really good too. So this one's actually a little bit better. I think it's just because it's already up on the hill a little bit. But then we'll do a parking garage right here. We'll come in here. Let's do this one. Let's actually see if we can fit the big one again. I mean, you wouldn't need it because you need it for employees too. So we'll go ahead and place that right there. Kind of wish that it wasn't that big, but I don't think there's really a whole lot you can do. I think that's the best we're going to get. So we'll come back into roads and let's do some surface roads now. So we're going to come over here and let's just do a couple. Probably do one like right here. Let's do one across the street, and then let's do one right here. We'll have it go like right there, and then we'll do one right here as well. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and use the drive road and connect these up. Go like that, go like that. We can probably connect these ones up to the same one. Nice. Perfect. And let's go ahead and move these in just a smidge so that we can get a little more parking space. For some reason, the game just likes to push those back really far. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So we got four casinos. We could say that there's one right here as well, but with this whole construction site, maybe they purchased that land or something. So we're going to come in here and we will paint this all kind of brown. Let's do a 1-unit dirt road. So we'll have this go in, and then we're going to have it go right, have it go this way, and then come around and then connect up right there. And then that way we can have this one come over here as well. And we'll probably have it go all the way around, just because you would need access to like the cranes and stuff. And we'll probably put in some storage, and we're going to do a fence around, and so this would be like just the new building being built. And so for over here, what we're going to do is have it connect up right here and actually curve around. So we'll have it go like right there, turn, go up over here, and then come all the way around and connect up right there. And so I do want to kind of clean these up as well. So if we grab that, kind of bring it in, let's bring this one in just a smidge. Yeah, we'll go like this. We're probably going to do little awnings over it too. I feel like that one actually looks really cool. And so for the palms, there is actually a curved kind of valet area over here, and so I want to try to capture some of that if I can. So if we go ahead and go like this, just go straight, and then we'll have a road go to the right, and this will be where our parking garage is. And then we'll do a 1-unit road, and we'll have this go straight. Let's actually have it curve. So if I go like that, have it curve up here, curve around. Yeah, there we go. And then we can just shift this over a smidge. And then let's put in a parking garage right here. Let's go ahead and level out a little bit more of this land. So we'll come up over here, go like that, and then let's come in here, go like that. Perfect. Okay, and so we do need to get a parking garage right here too. Maybe we'll just put it in right there, or we'll put it in on the other side. I feel like this could be good. And we'll put one in right over here, because we really wouldn't want to obstruct the views, and that's really the problem here. This area would need to have a parking garage too, but maybe they'll actually do an underground one. That could be fun, especially with all this open area. Maybe the parking garage will be a part of the building. And so this tall one would probably have a parking garage as well. So we'll go ahead and place this right here. Just put it right next to each other. Maybe they have the valet right off the road. And then let's go ahead and place one right here. It's definitely a lot of parking garages and stuff, but it's very authentic. In Las Vegas, there are a ton of parking garages. It's just because you have so many people driving, like you need all those parking spaces. Especially a lot of people come and rent cars, like they have a huge rental car facility where it's just a bunch of parking garages and all the rental car companies kind of do their own thing. And so I do want to do a couple of those fences around for this area. So let's actually jump in here and see what kind of fences we have. So if we do, actually, let's see what the zoo fence looks like. That one actually doesn't look bad. It's a little bit nicer. Sometimes they do like really nice fences. They'll be like pieces of wood, and then they'll have like little advertisements around the outside for like future casinos. A lot of times like a plot of land will get purchased and then casino will be planned, but then it just never happens, and so the fence is kind of left there. So we'll go ahead and go like this, and then let's go ahead and bring this back, and then let's go across, and let's go ahead and connect this up. And so we will go ahead and move this in, and then let's just clean this up real quick. And then I do want this to be a little bit level too. I feel like this just looks really terrible. Yeah, we'll bring this up just a smidge. We'll go like that. And then let's actually bring all this up just a smidge. So we're going to be doing some retaining walls and stuff, make it look really cool. I don't want it to be like kind of weird like that. So we'll go ahead and clean all this up. Yeah, we'll go like that. Perfect. We'll do the same thing on this side. And so now we have basically a plot of land that's for sale. I'll probably put up a little sign or something. We don't really have anything at the moment, but Feel like that's good. And then we will do just a regular fence around this. I actually think I have like a chain link fence. And there we go. So now we have a fence going all the way around, and this would be your access point. You'd probably have like a little shack or something. Let's actually look up small offices. So I know I have like those small ones. So we'll grab this, and this is going to be like our small little offices, but this will be like your access point. We'll grab that. Let's go ahead and turn it the other direction. And let's do just a row of these. These would be where like the site managers or contractors would have their offices, maybe to review, or even probably like your clock-ins and stuff like that. And so I think that's good now. So now there's controlled access. There would be like little parking spaces, though I don't think they'd be drawn in. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest of this as dirt real quick, since they would probably be digging up all this. Go like this. We'll go ahead and get rid of some of the stuff on the outside too. I actually really like that little construction site building a tower. We'll probably do a couple little some equipment in there too. So now we can come in here and search up retaining wall. So we are going to come up all the way over here, go down, and then we're going to come all the way over here, and then we will come back. And then what I'm going to do is basically just grab all these and level them out with the hotel. So we'll grab all this, go to our marquee selection tool, grab all those, Control H right there, perfect. Do the same thing over here. Grab those, Control H, and it looks like I missed one, so we'll grab that guy. Control H right there, perfect. And then what I'm going to do is go in here, go to fences, and I'm going to use surface networks. So I will use the surface network pavement and just basically go across, grab our two ends, and then come up here, Control H, bring them up, and then I'm going to line them up, and I'm going to still have to mess around with the retaining wall a little bit, because sometimes when you Control H, it doesn't go to the exact height that you want it to. And so what we want to do is actually move this over, and I'll just track this at the correct height. So if we go like right there, and then let's go ahead and bring this back. So we do want the retaining wall to be like a little bit of a ledge, though I think we're going to do some fences as well. So maybe we actually won't do a ledge. So we'll come up over here, connect that up, and then now let's look at that. So it's like a little wall. Maybe that's not bad. Let's go ahead and bring this down and see. Yeah, I feel like that's going to work out much better. Because then what we do is just grab this and go like this. It's going to give us a nice clean wall, and we're just going to basically cover it up with the surface networks. And so I'm going to go ahead and get that done real quick, and I'll show you guys when I am done. All right, so this is it. And I think this looks really good. I like how it turned out, and we're going to do some planters and really just make it into a nice area. And it's kind of funny, while I was building it, we started to get all this traffic down. And so I jumped into Traffic Manager, and I set all priorities up. I did dedicated turn lanes for all these, just to make it flow a little bit faster. We did have an issue where there was too many nodes right here, so I had deleted a node right there, and you can even kind of see all these people cutting in. There was a node like right before this intersection, and just was creating some problems. It looks like all these people are trying to get in here. Why are they stopping? So you want to tell people to continue like this. We don't want them stopping there. So we want them to continue, don't block, or don't worry about stopping, especially since we don't have any parking spaces in yet. I don't really know where a lot of these people are going unless they're just hopping out of their car. So we'll go like this, go this all the way down. And so the idea is to do some planters, probably turn this into a pool area as well. We're going to do a fence around, and then I want to do stairs down. So I actually got some really cool stairs in here. So if we search up stairs, I want to use these ones, these stone stairs. I feel like these are just going to be an awesome little spot for this. So if we go ahead and go parallel with that wall, so if we go in just a little bit, and we do want to bring that down so that it's level with the ground, we really wouldn't want people to have to take a jump for that last little bit. I don't know if that would be good. He would probably be pretty upset about that. So we'll go ahead and lift this up and then line it up. And I've done this before when we did the tiered kind of waterfall thing with the steps. We had to do this where we just kind of line them up, and then you just go to the next one, you line it up again. It's actually pretty easy. The downside is these aren't going to be practical, so we're not going to see people actually walking down these, though I am going to play around with our invisible pathway and see if we can get people. Yeah, I feel like that's probably good right there. And then what we'll do is I have more retaining wall network. So if we go into retaining, we're going to use these ones with fences. This actually has a little sidewall. So if we grab this and go across, it says height too much. We're going to bring this down. We don't need it to be 60 something feet. We'll go like that. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. We can go ahead and get rid of the two. Let's look at that. So would it be better to have, let's go ahead and do the fence, so sidewall 1, sidewall 2. So we want to do the fence. The fence is just going to look a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and bring this from right there, and we'll go all the way to the end. And then what we're going to do is grab this and then raise it up, and the wall's not going to be tall enough, so we're going to have to come back through and do it again, which I'm not too worried about, but it is something that we have to do. So then we will go ahead and bring this over here, and we're going to do the same thing over here, bring it in, and then we're going to lower it down on this end so that it goes just below the stairs. We don't want to impede the stairs, and so we'll go ahead and bring that down again. Nice. And so now we have some awesome little fenced off areas so that it would be safe going down here, especially with kids and stuff. And so now we will grab this. Let's go ahead and connect it up right there. Let's actually just do a small section. So we'll come down here, bring it down to ground level again, go like this, and then grab these, grab both of them, and then Control H right there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and bring it over now. Nice. That actually looks pretty good. And then that way we can go like this, and then let's go ahead and copy that, go like this, and let's just fence off this section too. So we'll go like that. Perfect. Nice. I feel like this actually looks really good. We do still need to kind of play around with it just to line it up, and then these bottom sections don't look the greatest. And so what we're going to do is jump into the regular retaining wall, and we are going to come all the way down, go like this, and follow it all the way down. So we could keep the stone right there. You know, let's actually... So I think if we go like that, it actually looks pretty good. It does show the stone on that one section, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Maybe we'll come back through and do another layer just to kind of clean that up, but I think that looks good so far. So we have functional stairs that have a nice little fence in there, and so the view from here would just be fantastic. Looks like we need to fix that fence coming off the backside, but look at this. This would just be so cool. Like you're standing off, you're looking down at the beach. We're going to put a bunch of beach assets down there, coming up here from their little like plateau area, their little patio. We'll probably do a nice little restaurant, turn it into just a nice little area. And so let's now move this back before we forget. So we'll grab this guy if we can. Can we grab it? Can we grab it? And so a part of me wants to use that same fence for the whole area, which we definitely could, or we could just do the wall. You know, let's do the fence all the way around. I just feel like it's going to look a little bit better. So I'm going to come all the way over here. We're going to grab it onto there, and we are going to go all the way across. And I'm going to go ahead and get this done real quick, and then I will be right back with you guys. Okay, so I got the fence done going all the way around, and I got to say, this just looks fantastic. And so I do want to do a pathway going down. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here, go to our standard little concrete path, and what we will do is go ahead and turn off snapping. We'll come up like right here, and we're going to go all the way over here, and we're going to have it go up just so that we can get just above that, and then we will have it turn and come up over here and probably connect up to this road just next to the casino. And so we'll probably have it go right there. Perfect. And then we will jump into the movement mode, and we will grab this, and let's go ahead and lower it down just so that we're at the top of that stairs. And then let's look at this, make sure that we're pretty good. Yeah, we actually look pretty good. And then we will jump over to an invisible path, and we will upgrade that. So we'll go like that, we'll go like that, we'll go like that. And now when people walk down, it'll look like they're walking on the stairs, which is going to be pretty awesome. And we do need to kind of pay attention to make sure that they're not floating down the stairs. So we'll have to come back and look at it once people actually start coming down here. We're going to do some paths around and then do a little beachfront area. We're going to probably do this whole area as a beachfront area. And so now what I want to do is start working on this area. So I want to do another retaining wall, and we're going to be kind of switching back and forth. So I think for right here, we'll do a big retaining wall with the pathway that comes around the outside. But then over here, I think we're just going to do like little hillside paths that are going to go down. Maybe they'd have like little tiki torches or something like that. Just because these retaining walls would probably be really expensive to build, and I just don't think that all of them would probably build it. I'm going to go ahead and do it for this one though, because I feel like because this is such a big resort that maybe they would. And so I'm going to come all the way over here, and then what I want to do is go ahead and go to the freeform tool, and I want to curve this around. So we're going to go like right, maybe that's even a little too far. Maybe we'll go like right there, and then we will come up over here, and then we're going to curve it up and go like right here. Perfect. And then what I was thinking is we would grab a path. So we'll come up over here. Let's just do this standard park path with trees, and we will have it start right here and then follow this retaining wall down. Yeah, well, maybe we'll even make that a little bit better. So I think we will go ahead and delete that, and then let's bring up the retaining wall first just so that we can kind of see it. So let's grab that, and then we will Control H onto the casino. Okay, and so now we have our retaining wall coming around. And I think maybe, you know, we'll grab this one, and I think we will bring this back just a smidge. So if we bring this like right there and then widen this turn, because then it makes it so that you kind of enter from here. I think maybe even a little bit closer. So if we grab this, and then what I'm going to do is just have it curve up and probably end right here, because we want them to have access from the back of the casino. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that in. Perfect. And so now we will grab those again. Let's go ahead and Control H onto the casino. Nice. And I did have to lower this one down, so we'll grab that. Do the same thing. Nice. And so now we can come in here to our lovely path again, and let's draw that in a little bit better. So if we go like right here, have it come around. Yeah, you know what? I really like this. And then we can go into the slope tool within the network multi-tool, grab that. Let's just make this a little bit better. It's kind of bumpy right now. So we'll go like that. That's still pretty steep, but honestly for a walking path, it's not terrible. Maybe we'll probably extend it out even further, have it just kind of meander around a little more. And so now what I'm going to do is the same exact thing on the other side. I'm going to do the concrete or pavement networks on top, and I'm just going to fill in this whole side, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so this is what I was thinking, and we're going to come back through and do some decals and make sure that it's not just all concrete. I don't want it all to be concrete. We'll do some pathways, some planters, and then I think we're going to do a pool area out here as well with a little fence, and then probably some restaurant areas too. But I do want to move on to this next area. So I think what we're going to do for this area is a key wall. Because a lot of the smaller hotels are here and there's just not as much space, I feel like a key wall would probably be the best bet for this area. So what we're going to do is grab this. We're going to wrap this around. Then we're going to come up over here and we're going to continue going straight until we turn up over here and then curve around. And we'll end like right there. Nice. Feel like that looks pretty good. And then I do want to level it out real quick, so I'm actually going to jump into the slope tool, grab this, and then come all the way over here, and this should be level. We may need to come back. No, that was good. Perfect. And so what we're going to do is delete a couple segments. So we'll probably delete this one. We'll come up over here. We'll delete one right here. And then we will delete one over here as well. And these are going to be where we put our paths. So we're going to come in here and we're going to choose this zoo path with decorations. And we are going to come up over here. So I think we'll have like a whole little pool area right here. Maybe even like a garden area. It's kind of funny. This building looks like it's floating. Yeah, it definitely is. So let's move that down. Okay, and so now what we'll do is we will jump in here and we're going to do a little courtyard area right here with a pool in the back. So I want this pathway to come up like right here, and then we will have it turn. So we'll have it go this way and then curve up this way and then curve towards the key wall. Let's actually have it go the other way since we have that other entrance there. I feel like that would be good. So we'll have this go this way and then follow the key wall around and then just pop out. Perfect. And then we'll grab the slope tool, go from the bottom and go all the way up here and hit enter. And then let's actually move this one up first. We'll Control H right there. Perfect. And then do that again. And so let's go ahead and do one on this side as well. And perfect. Look at that. Nice. And so now we will come up over here and do another one. We're going to have it follow that key wall, come all the way down here, and we'll probably have it dump right there. Perfect. And then let's do the same slope tool, grab this, go all the way up. Let's actually fix this first. Okay, and so now what I want to do is come in here and just kind of clean these up, bring this key wall in, and we could have the key wall go all the way down, but I think what I'm going to do is use one of those retaining walls with the fence. I feel like that's just going to look a little bit better rather than trying to mess with these key walls. If it was a road, I definitely would do the key walls, but because it's a path, I just don't think it's going to look the same. I do want to kind of clean this up though, so we're going to grab the level terrain tool, go like this, and do the same thing over here. Grab that, just come across and just kind of clean it up, and then come down here and clean that up again. And we want to make sure that our nice beach down here has some good level areas. So we will come around. Let's go ahead and level this out. Actually, it looks like we're a little bit lower on this side. So let's just use the slope tool to make that into a gradual slope over here. And then let's come in here, reslope this. And nice, we have a nice little beachfront area. This is already looking really great. And so we have our access down to the beach level. We're already doing so much. So let's actually look at some pool areas now. So if we go in here and search up pools, go to all, let's come in here. We got a lot. So what is this, a little private pool? Oh, that's actually one of the zonables. So we will do one of these. So if we, not that one, this one. Yeah, so if we come in here, grab that, go ahead and grab this, and then Control H up here, go like that. We should be able to just slide this in underneath. We may still have to mess around with the texture a little bit, but I think that's going to be good. So then we will grab our little concrete piece and slide it all the way back just so that we can see that water. And then we will come in here and copy another piece. So we'll probably go like right here. I'm just going to go ahead and use the pavement networks again, just fill back in that other side. And there we go. Nice. So we have a nice little pool area, and we could do maybe a couple pools. That'd probably be good. And we want to make sure that we don't have any weird kind of clipping action going on here. It looks like we have just a smidge right there. So let's fix this. Yeah, we just want to make sure, maybe we'll move this down just a smidge. And then I think maybe a second pool would probably be good. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and just put a second pool right next to. I'm probably going to do the same pool. So I'll grab this and then Control H and then get it all done. Nice. And so now we have two awesome little pool areas. Let's go ahead and do some decals in here, and then I'm going to do some lawn chairs, probably some cabanas, and then I think we'll even do one of those concert stages like we've done in the past. And so I'm going to go ahead and get that done real quick, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so I got it done, and so this is what I created. I did a couple swimming pools with some cabanas around, and then I did these like little couches with tables with a stage so that this would be like kind of a pool club. But then I did planter networks going around with some small planters. On the front side, I did some fountains with some more planters just to create a nice little area. But then I did an awning going over our valet entrance with a couple more planters. And then I did like a small restaurant area with some awnings, like maybe this is the entrance. There weren't any doors, so it was kind of hard to deal with it. But then I did the planters around, another fountain in the front, and I think this looks really good. I like it. And so now what I want to start working on is our beach area. And so I think what we're going to do is go ahead and paint this all as a park area. And so I do want to do quite a few beach assets, and I have a ton of beach assets in here. So if we just go into find it and search up beach, I know I have like the cabanas, we have the little lifeguard towers, we have chairs, we have a ton of stuff. We're going to go ahead and turn that off. And let's see. So we have these two, which are awesome. These are little like beachside kind of grills almost. So we'll go ahead and place a couple of these, and I have a beach restaurant as well. So this is the campsite one as well, but honestly this is kind of the look that we're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and place one of those down right there, and then let's go ahead and place down a couple more of these. So we'll place one of these over here, and these will be like your little just your little shacks with food and stuff where you could come down beachside, eat some food, maybe sit out on the patio, enjoy yourself. And I think that's probably it right there. So then let's go ahead and do some chairs. So we're going to do chairs all the way around. Sunning chair. Let's do these ones. These are kind of standardy chairs, but they do the job. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and place an umbrella, probably like every other one. Just plop them down. And then what we'll do is go ahead and copy that just to make it a little bit easier. So we'll grab that, we'll copy it. Let's go ahead and place another one over here. We'll go like that. Let's actually turn this on so that we follow the terrain. Let's go ahead and place a couple over here. Let's go like that. And then let's come over here. We're going to place a bunch of these over here. This is a huge resort. So we'll go like that. And then we will come up over here, go like this. And we'll do a couple rows over here as well. And then let's do a couple rows over here. And probably some volleyball courts too. I feel like volleyball would be good. So if we come in here and let's go to our tourism and leisure. Let's do just a couple volleyball. We're not going to get crazy with it, but this would definitely be another big thing that probably a lot of people would come for. So if we go over here, let's place two of them right there. Then we'll come up over here next to this resort, place a couple of them. I don't think we're going to do any of the skate parks. I don't know if we're going to do any of these because I really don't like how they look on the beach. It's just not very realistic. These are definitely more based off of like a key wall. And so now let's go in here and let's search up our lifeguard stands. And here we go. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and just place a bunch of these around, all the way around our island. Okay, so I got our lifeguards all the way around. And I did little lifeguard trucks too, just to kind of make it a little more real. And so now what I want to do is go ahead and place down some cabanas. And these would just be like little, basically, I mean, they would be cabanas that you could rent from the hotel. And you would just be able to relax, maybe, you know, get a drink or something, kind of hang out. And just really enjoy the view. And these, a lot of these would probably actually come with the hotel. Like if you got like a suite or something, maybe you'd get like a discounted rate on a cabana or something. I think this is probably good right here. So we got a lot going on. Now let's look into getting some of these connected up with pathways. So we'll come in here and let's go to paths. And I want to use that zoo one with the lights. I feel like that would be good. So if we come in here, yeah, this one right here, and we will go ahead and meander this around. Because we need to kind of connect everything up. So we'll have this go. We want to stay on the top side because a lot of times these would be where people would probably run to and exercise and stuff like that. Now what I want to do is just go in and place down some palm trees. Just make this into a little bit nicer of an area. So we'll probably do some some palm tree areas with some rocks. We'll place down like 3 of these and then grab one of our big rocks, kind of placed in the middle, and then do some of our tall grasses, place them around and just make it look really nice, inviting. We want it to be nice, and so I'm going to go ahead and place those all the way around, and then I will be right back with you guys to show everybody. Okay, so I got the palm trees up going all the way around, and I think it looks really good. I like the look of it. I like the open space too. It's kind of funny. I mean, most of the beaches that I go to don't tend to have a ton of stuff on them, except for maybe lifeguard towers. So I like having the negative space as well as the kind of hotel accommodations along with the stuff. I went ahead and downgraded our path to the concrete one because it was kind of messing with our chairs over here. The concrete one just doesn't deform the ground as much, and so now what I want to do is go ahead and connect these up. So I do want these to, I'm in the wrong menu, we'll come in here and go to that zoo path again, and I want to connect these up in a way that's going to make sense. So it looks like we went right through a cabana right there. I don't know if anybody would want to rent that one. That one's like right in the way. So then I'm going to just connect all these up real quick. Okay, so they are all connected up. We got those lovely rocks. I think this looks really good. So now I want to start working on this area, and so we have a couple considerations. These are technically 2 hotels, so I want to get a small kind of modest pool area over here. Then we'll do some walking paths, and we want to connect them up to this area. Because there is already a rooftop pool area, what I'm going to focus on over here is just kind of like a pool club. And so I'm going to go ahead and probably do the same thing as over here. I don't want it to look the same though, so I don't think I'm going to do the wood paneling, but I'm going to do the cabanas. We're going to use those planter networks. And then I'll probably end up doing some fountains as well and just kind of cleaning it up, making it look good. I really want this to be inviting, but also look a little different from this other one since they'd be technically competing against each other. But then I'm also going to work on this front side, probably do some foliage and some rocks, make it look really good. Like we would want this entrance to be really cool. Like you'd go right and kind of drive around and come across the front. And this would be the whole valet area, and it would just be a really cool thing to kind of see. Though it does look like we need to raise up our road. It doesn't seem to be on the same level as that, so we'll go ahead and do this as well. Grab that, and you know, that already looks a lot better. And so I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then I will be right back with you guys. Okay, so after much work, I have finally finished. And it's kind of funny, because of all the details, our ground is kind of clipping a little bit, so we have to keep going back through here and just kind of holding that right mouse button to get all this away. And it's just because of all the props and stuff. This has happened on my beaches before. It just has something to do with the ground. I think it's these planters. Because these planters are here, they're actually forcing the ground to kind of clip. Same with the decals. But I think this looks really good. I decided to do the zoo decals over here, and I did little lounge seats, and then we have 2 stages. I did the big fountain over here. It's a multi-tiered fountain. I think it looks really good. I actually really like it. But then over here, it's really hard to build on top of these false grounds, and so doing these planters was actually really difficult. So I decided to just do a couple pathways back here instead of another pool, and then this would be just the main pool area. And over here, I just did a nice little seating area with some benches and then some nice planters going down to our beach area. And then in the front, I did palm trees. I did awnings in front of the 3 buildings. I think it looks really good. I like it. And so for these other sections, because they're more of like a budget hotel, even this one, because it's a little bit smaller, I think what I'm going to do is make them a little more modest. So this one I'll probably do quite a few pools because it is kind of a bigger, more majestic building. But then these ones I'll probably just do like 1 pool with a little fence around. And then same with this one. This technically is a bigger hotel, even though it is smaller. And so I'll probably do maybe a couple pools. And because I already did those other 2, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and jump through it. I'll do a small detailing time lapse of some of the trees and little things in between. And then we'll be able to look at it all when it is done. And so I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Okay, so I have finally finished it, and so I did quite a bit. I went ahead and put in a small little pool area back here, and I think it looks really good. I like the look of it. I decided to do almost like a small little island back here with the concrete rather than having the whole area be a part of the pool. But then for the front side, I decided to do just this little like rock garden with some flowers and stuff, just kind of clean it up a little bit. And then I did some fountains with some more planter networks around this side, and I think it looks really good. I decided not to go too crazy with this one. Because we didn't have a lot of space, I decided to just kind of play it modest like I was saying. So I did fountains back here because this one has a pool off the front side, which I really liked. I almost didn't do anything back here, but I was like, you know, they would at least have a space back here for them to get to the quay wall and down below to the beach. I went ahead and put in our parking spaces, and it looks like people are actually using the parking, which is fantastic. I did a small little pool area here with some cabanas. This is definitely a smaller casino. And then same back here, I did a small pool area, which it looks like I need to hook it up with water real quick. Yeah, perfect. So those should go away. But then I did palm trees and the young linden trees kind of wrapped around. I decided to put in a bunch of construction equipment here. This is maybe like their day off, even though this one was intended to be driving. There's even like some little pallet stuff back here, and it looks like there's even a couple people walking. It's kind of funny. Where's he going? Oh, he's actually visiting the construction site. We'll see that he's a worker. Maybe this is a worker too. Maybe they have like a little camper van or something. I think it's funny. This is still a unique building, so people are coming to see the construction site. But then I did another little plot of land that's up for sale over here. I didn't really know what to do with it, and I was like, you know what? This would just be a good area to maybe this property will eventually purchase this land, or maybe this property. But for right now, it's just kind of left there with some fences around. I did a little sign up the front, this little welcome to the strip sign. I thought it was cool. I also did the Arch unique building back here. And so this will generate some visitors over here, but I thought it was just a really nice touch for this area. I put in some bus lines as well, so we have access to our BRT network. I initially was going to do a BRT line going over here, and I was like, you know what, it was just going to be too much of a cost, and I really don't know if the city would do that when they could just do a small shuttle that would loop around and kind of connect up all the BRTs. So the line actually comes from here, loops around, and then comes over here, and then loops back down to there. And so now there's access over to the cruise ship terminals. And so if anybody's on a cruise ship and they want to come over to the casinos, they can kind of just hop onto a bus and enjoy it. And so I think this is really good. We definitely did a lot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 casinos on this small island. We did a lot of detail. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comments. I definitely spent a lot of time on this. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. It really helps out my channel a lot, really helps out the videos. If you guys enjoyed this episode, you will definitely enjoy the episode on your screen. And thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on Friday.